So basically, we've seen everything except the Ajax search, which once again would be a good fit for a large catalog. Right. But you can basically Ajaxify your standard WooCommerce search bar and make it like more dynamic. And
instant results. And the other interesting feature of Ajax search is the results tab at the top as well. So if people are using this and maybe have not explored this a little bit more, it can be very interesting to see what other customers are actually searching for. It also gives you an insight in terms of popular products. There might be all sorts of niches maybe that people are looking for they can't find in your store that might give you ideas for new categories or new products to sell. So one last feature on CommerceKit, which I think people should take a close look at, is the order bump statistics that's on the dashboard. Now, obviously, you need to have order bumps enabled, and ideally have it enabled for a few days, a week or two, just to see the data coming in. But this will give some really interesting information on the number of impressions, how many people are looking at the order bumps, how much revenue you've got from people adding to cart in this way, additional sales, click rates, and conversion rates. So it gives you some really interesting information to refine how you're using this feature.
Excellent.
Another area that I think people maybe neglect is the empty mini cart. So WooCommerce's empty mini cart doesn't do a great job in directing customers towards a particular destination. It just says your cart is empty. What I think is more effective is actually saying, okay, the cart is empty, but why not go try this category, this product, this deal that we have, give them something to navigate towards and use that space in a more conversion efficient manner. So we have a widget area in Shoptimizer. You need to go to Appearance and Widgets, and it's an empty mini cart widget, which allows you to put any content you like into that space, and it replaces the default WooCommerce empty mini cart text, which isn't too effective.
Right. So I can drag and drop a text widget into this custom sidebar and say, I don't know, something like a title and some HTML in here. Can you also add the products shortcode, maybe?
You could. You might, I think, want to be a bit more specific. I mean, perhaps a particular product ID would give a little bit more direction. We actually, in our theme documentation, in fact, include a nicely styled pattern for this. So it's very easy in the docs just to grab the markup, paste it into the widget, and you've already got a nice pattern to use for this.
Okay, that's really cool. So I'll definitely link to these in the video notes. For now, I'm just putting two random products in this shortcode. Save, refresh the front end, and access the empty cart again. And wow, that's excellent. So out of the box, the empty white space now has been filled with some, promo or with some banner, or in my case, with some products. Right. And you can totally customize these. And as you said, you have some, predefined HTML that you can copy and paste from the Shoptimizer docs and paste them in here. So basically, Shoptimizer comes with some additional sidebar areas that you can fill up with interesting stuff. Actually, as long as I know, WooCommerce doesn't come with a cart custom area, with a checkout custom area, and a thank you custom area. So I take these are all coming from Shoptimizer out of the box.
Shoptimizer,
Basically, you can add, widgets to it, custom HTML, currency switchers, filters, whatever, galleries, meta, images, whatever you want to increase the content that is on those pages, especially if it's something that helps, as usual, the customer to understand better, to know more, to feel safer. So badges and, reviews, testimonials, on the thank you page, you can put, a coupon code for buying a second time. Right. I mean, you can do loads of stuff, and it's kind of cool that you can tap into these custom widget areas. and add additional stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's very useful. The checkout custom area is, remember, this is below the place order button. So this is such important real estate here. This is when a customer is just about to click and give you money. So what you want there is a messaging of reassurance. So you can say 30-day warranty. You can really kind of encourage that, give that customer that reassurance that they're comfortable paying for that purchase. You can include little icons of credit cards that are supported. You can do all kinds of little small neat things just to give that little bit of extra reassurance before they click buy.
Let me add the widget to the checkout just to see how it looks. About the text and say, enjoy 30 days money back, and a custom message, and with a link, whatever, to the return policy.
I would not, just out of interest, include a link there. You don't want people to leave that point of just when they're about to buy. So I think a simple message, just, that little bit of reassurance. What you really don't want people to do is to leave that checkout page at that point. They're just about to buy. Don't give them any reason to leave what they're doing.
That's a very good point. So let me add once again the early bird to cart. Let me go straight to the checkout. And let me see if now my custom message is displaying below the place order button. It could be, for some, it could be a phone number. For some others, could be, a guarantee, a warranty, money back statement,
whatever. Testimonial is a nice idea as well. You mentioned it, Adolfo. I think just giving some other, point of view that someone is like, oh, I'm so delighted with my products. The service was brilliant. The shipping was fast. Anything that just gives that little bit of guarantee and certainty before you press buy is really useful.
Excellent. Reassurance and whatever. Right. So you're right about clicking on that button, and you're probably spending, over $100, and you need some sort of a guarantee or a badge or whatever, testimonial, as you said, to reassure that that's the right choice and that's the right moment to go and click on place order. That's excellent. So I think, overall, I would love, if people went and play with all these widget areas and experimented with different things. But, we've basically seen that if you install a Shoptimizer, you have, over 15 modules within CommerceKit. You have extra widget areas and extra options in the customizer in order to improve the message, to increase the sales conversion rate.
Absolutely. If I could just suggest 2 websites just for your general users who might be interested in conversions and making patterns like this. Well, one is baymard.com. It is a research website which shows what works and what doesn't on large websites, large e-commerce websites. They've got loads of brilliant research. There's a free plan. You can just get a free account and sign in and read some really interesting, fascinating information on Baymard. I think it's well worth looking through. And the other website, which is also a Twitter account, is a UK consultancy called Oddit, ODDIT. I really enjoy their Twitter account. They often show before and afters of how they've made key pages more conversion friendly. So they might take a product page, a home page, and they show the tweaks and what they've done to improve things. So their Twitter account is particularly useful, I think. I feature it on the CommerceGurus newsletter quite regularly. So I quite like what these guys do. And anyone who's interested in e-commerce, interested in conversions, I think will get some value from it.
Okay, that sounds amazing. This is it, isn't it?
This is Audit, yes. So you can actually just scroll down and click on the Media tab in X, and you can see some of the befores and afters.
So they do loads of split testing and stuff like that.
Right.
Excellent. Wow. Well, Simon, thank you very much. Looking forward to implementing all these little features that come out of the box with a Shoptimizer, and I'll definitely let you know how sales go.